win. It's time to reactivate your finances, your health. Are you ready to get your life? Well, this is your moment. Ready to get your life back on track? Get up. What are you doing? It's your time to reactivate.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome. It is 8 p.m. here Monday night on the Win Network, and you know what time it is. It is time to reactivate the moment. This is the moment where you take an opportunity to just take a minute and just reactivate those things in your lives, those things in your life that have been turned down, those things in your life that you haven't had control over. Now you can get back control, and now you can reactivate your moment. Whatever your moment is, it is your moment to reactivate it. You have the opportunity to make every moment count. Don't let not one single solitary moment slip you by. Don't let not one single solitary moment not be taken advantage of. Take advantage of every moment you have and reactivate the moment. Listen. We have a good topic for you tonight. Man. Listen, it's one of those things that every last one of us can attest to. It's one of those things where every last one of us can really come to grips with, and we also all of us have dealt with it. All of us have dealt with it in one way or another. So I simply want to just remind you this: time will reveal the toxic people in your life. So don't try to seek closure. Start seeking confirmation. I'm going to say it one more time. Time is going to reveal the toxic people in your life. So don't just seek closure. Seek confirmation. What we all have dealt with, we've all dealt with toxic people. I mean, people that have just been you ever had people in your life that were just like, they got on your nerves. You were tired of dealing with them. You were tired of talking to them. You were tired of just going back and forth with them. You were tired of just being around them. You were tired of them being around you. And every time they got around you, every time they came around, it just seems like your days were getting bad. It just seems like that moment you had was just, you ever had some of them situation where you like, when you look at your phone and you go, here they go again. Or you look at your instant message or a DM and you like, here we go again. And you just keep seeing those people over and over and over again. But let me tell you this, toxic people, listen, toxic people have come in your life, one, because we've allowed too many things, too many people, too many things, too many situations to fester and to lie dormant in our lives. We allow them to lie dormant too long. This is what happens with toxic people. Toxic people, toxic things, toxic situation, whatever is bringing toxicity in your life, whatever is bringing toxicity in your life, I like saying that word. It has its way of lying dormant in your life, whether it be in your finances, whether it be in friendship, whether it be in relationships, whether it be on your job, whether it be even in school. Some of our kids have just started school. Some of our other kids are going back to college. Whatever it is, they find their way. It finds a way to just lie dormant in your life. It finds its way to just reemerge. There it is, to reemerge back in your life. And what we have to understand is that we try our best to get rid of those people. We try our best to get rid of them by blocking them. We try our best to get rid of them by deleting their number. We try our best to get rid of them by saying, I just can't deal with you, ignoring them. But every now and again, they sneak their way back in. Here's why. It's because they sneak their way back in. It's because we allowed them to linger too long. We allow them to linger too long. You can't allow toxic people. You can't allow these things to invade your space. Thank you, baby. You can't allow these things to invade your space, because what they'll do is they'll invade your space, and guess what? They'll seek refuge. They'll seek refuge not only in your life, they'll seek refuge in your finances. They'll seek refuge in your relationship. You'll find them all in your business. You'll find them all in your relationship. relationship, girl, you need to let him go. Man, you need to get rid of her. They don't need you no good. Man, don't lend them that money. Don't do this. Don't do that. You will find them lying, seeking refuge where you are. And what you're trying to do, you've been trying to move on. You've been trying to move past it. You've been trying to get over it, but you keep allowing them to come into your life. And guess what they end up doing? They end up draining you of who you are. They end up draining you of your integrity. They end up draining you of your value. They end up draining you of the love of yourself. They end up draining you of your energy. You once had the energy to keep going. You once had the energy to keep pushing. You once had the energy to achieve your goals. Now, all of a sudden, you began to get lazy. Now, all of a sudden, you began to get comfortable in where you are. Now, all of a sudden, you began to get complacent and saying to yourself, you know what, man, I'm all right, man. I'm not going to keep pushing. I'm not going to keep pursuing that dream. I'm not going to keep pursuing that business. I'm not going to keep doing it because what I've noticed that, man, look, I'm just tired. You just end up being tired. You don't even know why. You don't know why you're just being tired. You don't know why you won't get up and get out again. You don't know why you won't get up and try the dating scene again. You don't know why you won't get up and try to find a better job, because you have gotten around toxic people, and what they have done, they have drained you of who you are. They have drained you of your virtue. They have even drained you of your self-worth. You walked around with your head held high. You walked around thinking you were all this and that and more. You were all having that spirit of lotto. You were all rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new. You've been acting brand new. You don't rip yourself out the plastic. Now you're feeling yourself. You're smelling yourself, and you've allowed these people to dampen who you are. You allow these people to take away the true value of who you are, the true virtue of who you are, the true integrity of who you are. And now not only have they become toxic, but now they become infectious. They become infectious to the point where they have infected you in the worst way. They have infected you because guess what they end up doing? They end up taking every little bit of positivity, every little bit of integrity that you have, and they have infected it with their negative energy. Haven't you ever noticed that the people that come around you that are toxic, they end up bringing you down to their level? They end up, because they feel bad, now you feel bad. Or because they feel sad, now you feel so. Because they don't have nothing, now you can't have nothing. Or whenever you get something new, you say, nah, I don't want to show them this because I don't want them to see me in my new outfit. That's right. They're like an infectious disease. I don't want them to see me in my new outfit. I can't post this picture of myself. I can't post this picture of my new outfit, or my new car, or my new job, or my new house. I can't post it because I don't want so-and-so to be jealous. I don't want so-and-so to feel a certain type of way. But I'm here to remind you and let you know that don't matter. It don't matter how they feel. It don't matter what they think. It don't matter what they may say about you. You need to let yourself know that you have to get rid of these toxic people. Get rid of this infectious disease that have invaded your space. If you got to take you some NyQuil, if you got to take you some DayQuil, if you got to go get a COVID shot, get rid of these people. I'm being facetious, y'all, but get rid of these people by any means necessary, because what they're going to continue to do, they are going to continue to bring you down. Because guess what? Toxic people don't want to see you triumph. I'm gonna say it again. Toxic people do not want to see you triumph. They do not want to see you succeed. They want to see you fail. They want to see you. They want you to be down on their level. It reminds me of one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid, and they had this character on there named Eeyore. Eeyore was, I don't know what he was, a donkey, I don't know what he was. Anyway, he was the one character on that show that was always in a bad mood. You never seen him smile. You never seen him in a good mood. He would always talk slow. I don't know, Pooh. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or I don't see how I'm going to make it. He will always have that tone. He will always have he would always have that feeling of that he's not going to be better. He's not going to have a great day. And if you notice, and what I did notice as a kid was that they would never come around Eeyore. They would hardly come around Eeyore. I remember when he had a birthday and they tried to help him celebrate his birthday, and they went all out of their way to celebrate his birthday, but he was still in a bad mood. That's just the way toxic people are. You can be happy one day. You can be having the best day of your life. You can have the best night of your life, the best day of your season, and then you come around these toxic people, and it brings you all the way down. It brings you all the way down to their level. Well, I'm here to let you know that you need to remove yourself from them so that you can get as far away from them as possible, so that you can achieve the goal that you're meant to achieve, that you can be the person that you're meant to be, or that you can keep people from draining the energy from you that you once had, because they can be draining. We come home every day from work saying, oh, today has been a day. We can go home and say, man, life has been life. And we can come home and say, I just feel drained. And we think that we're drained because of our job. But no, we've been drained because of toxic people. Because toxic people are infectious. Toxic people have come to pull you down. So what you need to do, instead of trying to figure out how to get rid of these toxic people, and what we end up doing is we try our best to say, okay, what can I do? I mean, every time when I block them, they keep calling back. If I don't respond to their text, they're gonna FaceTime me. If I'm at a party, they're gonna show up. So I got to deal with them because I work with them. I got to deal with them because here we go. I go to church with them. I gotta deal with them because they're my family. I mean, I got to deal with them because guess what? I live with them. So I got to deal with them some kind of way. But how can I deal with these toxic people? Because every time I get around them, like, what do I say? Do I say, hey, we need to have a conversation? Maybe we need to just talk about it. Maybe we need to sit down and go to lunch. Maybe we need to do that. You know, my wife just asked, how do you know if someone is toxic? How do you know if someone can be toxic? You can figure these things out, or you realize people are toxic, one, by how they treat you. People are toxic by how they treat you. Because guess what? Because when you have the mentality of, if I win, everybody wins. But all of a sudden, when you win it, they're mad and jealous of you. All of a sudden, when you're doing good, they hate. Oh yeah, I seen you in your little car. I seen you with your little new boo thing. They get jealous of you. Or how another way that you know people are toxic. Another way that you know people are toxic is when they stop talking to you because you ain't even do nothing wrong to them. They get jealous and start saying, you know, all right, man, they done changed. They done got better. They done got bougie. No, it ain't that you've changed. It ain't that you've gotten bougie. It ain't that you turned their backs. It's just that you realize that they were toxic. See, people are always, that's right, they always hit you with a little bit. People are always trying to dampen your blessing. They're trying to dampen what you're doing and what you're going and the blessing that you have. And what they do is they start thinking that you've changed. No, it's just not that you've changed. It's that you realize that they did not need to be in your life. You realize that they did not need to be in your circle. You realize that they did not need to be where you are, because you realize that the more and more you gotten blessed, the more and more you receive certain things, then you figure out the more and more and more they become more toxic. They go from stop talking to you. They go from stop texting. And all of a sudden, you're not their friend on Facebook. And all of a sudden, you done got blocked from their pages. All of a sudden, you're not welcome. You're not welcome into their parties. You're not welcome around. And then when you meet them face to face, then when you ain't talked to them in a while, then, oh, hey girl, hey, what's going on? It's been a while. I haven't talked to you in so long. Now they want to be all fake and phony. Now you gotta kind of fake it till you make it. But here's what I'm telling you to do. Just because they're being fake and phony does not mean you have to be fake and phony with them. Keep being the real you, because guess what? The more and more they be fake, the more and more that they're fake and phony, and you try to be fake and phony with them, guess what? You've fallen right back into that toxic trap. So don't be petty when they come around you trying to be fake. Just show them what you've been working on. Show them what you've been doing. Show them how you've changed. Show them how you've gotten better since they've left your life. Since they've left your life, things have gotten better. Since they've left your life, you have gotten promotion. Since they left your life, you began to get a new glow about your life. Since they've left your life, you began to feel better about yourself. Since they left you, because they were toxic. They were toxic. So real quick, I'm going to take a commercial break real quick. And after this commercial break, we got to talk about something else. We got to talk about how to seek closure. We got to talk about how to seek closure right after this.
Hi, guys. It's Tina Wynn, your host of the podcast, You See Me. I want you guys to stay encouraged, continue to come out and see me, and most importantly, see yourselves. Remember, the only way that you can truly enjoy life is to see other people so that you can enjoy the beauty of seeing yourself. Come join me Saturdays at 4 on the We Empowered Network. Thank you.
Listen. We need to do this. We need to do this. We've been trying to figure out how to get rid of toxic people. We've been trying to figure out how to get rid of these folks. But guess what we end up doing? We end up sabotaging ourselves because we try to seek closure. We've been trying to seek closure, so we end up sabotaging ourselves. We end up sabotaging our blessing. We end up sabotaging our breakthrough. We end up sabotaging the things that we are about to receive because we try to seek closure. We try to close out the toxic energy. We try to get to have the conversation, sit down, have the lunch, sit down, have the talk, sit down, have the FaceTime talk, and we try to seek closure. But what I need you to do me a favor. I need you to write this down. I don't need you to seek closure. Okay. I don't need you to seek closure. My wife asked earlier, how do we know that we're around toxic people? Here we go. I'm going to help you. One way, the most prominent way, the most prominent way to seek closure from toxic people is to do this. Seek confirmation. Don't seek closure, seek confirmation. Because when you try to seek closure, what happened is closure will cause you to reopen that book. Closure will cause you to reopen that chapter. Closure will cause you to reopen that page. Because what we end up doing is we end up closing the chapter on that person. Guess what? We haven't done even been close to finishing the book. So what we end up doing is we end up going back and rereading the same pages. We end up going back and rereading the same chapter that we thought we had closure from because we were trying to get away from and get rid of those toxic people. But don't get rid of toxic people by seeking closure. Get rid of them by seeking confirmation. Because what they would do, what toxic people always do, guess what? First, before they'll show you their symptoms. Here we go. They'll show you their symptoms. What we have to understand, toxic people will show you the same tactics, the same strategies every time. Check out your DM, check out your last post, check out your last message, check how many times they shared your post, check how many times they liked your post, check how many times they commented on under your picture, and even when they do comment, check what they're saying. Check what they're saying, because what we have to understand is that they're showing you the same symptoms. Think of toxic people as the flu. Think of toxic people have the flu. You don't know you have the flu until you do what? Until you start seeing the symptoms. Until you start seeing the symptoms of the flu. Some of the symptoms of the flu are coughing, sneezing, like Michael says, coughing, sneezing, stuffy head fevers. You start feeling hot. You start feeling ragged. You start feeling hot and cold one day. You start feeling sick, but you start feeling the symptoms. You start seeing the symptoms of these toxic people. And what they do is they re-emerge every time you think you've gotten rid of it. They re-emerge every time you think you've gotten closure on these people. So what we need to understand is this: confirmation does one thing. Confirmation does the key root word of confirmation is confirm. They are going to confirm their exit out of your life. I'm gonna say it again. Toxic people are going to confirm their exit out of your life. How are they going to confirm their exit? They're going to confirm their exit, one, by how far and how smooth you walk away. They're going to confirm their exit because guess what? They're not going to necessarily leave you. You're going to have to leave them. What we have to realize is that we've been trying to get rid of toxic people too long. Well, guess what? You had the power the whole time to get rid of these toxic people. You had the power the whole time. The reason why these toxic people been staying in your life, the reason why these toxic people have not gotten away, the reason why these toxic people have not gone away is because you chose to stay. So don't blame toxic people on bringing toxicity. That word again. Don't blame toxic people on bringing toxicity in your life, because once they brought that toxicity in your life, you had the choice to move away. But you chose to stay. Why? Because you thought you needed them. There it is. You chose to stay. Why? Because you thought that you loved them. Or here it is. You may have thought that they loved you. You chose to say. It's all about the choices that you make. So you had the power all along. All you have to do is get up and move on. Get up and move forward. Get up and keep going. The reason why you're still toxic, the reason why your comfort zone is still the same the way it is, the reason why you have gotten complacent, the reason why you have not moved on, the reason why you have not moved forward, because you thought that you needed those toxic people in your life to validate you. I'm gonna let that sizzle in your spirit real quick. You thought that these toxic people were in your life to validate you. You needed people to validate who you were. You needed people to validate who you are. You needed people to validate that you were a king. You needed people to validate that you are a queen. You needed people to validate that you were the right person for the job. You needed people to validate you. But I'm here to remind you that you don't need to validate you, because guess what? Your value is validation enough. Your value is validation enough. But the reason why you need the validation is because you are going through an identity crisis. Why? Because you don't even know who you are anymore. How come I don't know who I am? How come I don't know that I'm the best there ever was? How come I don't know that I can do better? How come I don't know, Tyler Perry, that I can do bad all by myself? How come I don't know? Because I've allowed toxic people to stay in the place of my life where they're not needed. But I allowed them not because of how much they mean to me, not because of how much I love them or they love me or whatever. It's because they have brought me validation. I have allowed these people, I have given them access to me. You have given toxic people access to you because you needed them more than you thought you did. When all along, you didn't need them at all. Because if you would have needed them, then guess what? You wouldn't have to worry about. I mean, if you didn't need them, or if you would have needed them rather, then guess what? You will still understand what your value is. But the reason why, I'm going to deep with this one, but the reason why they still feel needed in your life is because you allow them to feel needed. And the reason why you have allowed them to feel needed is because you need validation about who you are. You need validation about who you are. That's why they're still there. You could have got rid of it a long time. Remember, I talked about the symptoms. They showed you their symptoms a long time ago. They showed you who they are. In the words of Maya Angelou, if somebody shows you who they are, let them. Believe them. If they tell you that they're a certain way, believe it. If they show you who they are, believe it. Because they can show you better than they can tell you. They can show you better than they can tell you. But you have to understand, you don't need them to validate you. Because guess what you're doing? You're allowing them to stay because you're trying to seek closure. You're allowing them to stay because you're trying to seek closure. You're trying to seek closure. You're trying to find a way of us. Okay, how can I close this book? How can I close this chapter? But darn, I can't close it just yet because I don't feel worthy enough. I don't feel that I'm enough to walk away just yet. I mean, the love they're showing me is too good. The love they're showing me is too good. The attention that they're showing me is what I needed. Oh no, here it is. I'm helping somebody out. They're feeling. You feel like you have a void that needs to be fulfilled, and the toxic people are filling the void. But they're filling the void with more toxicity. There's their word. I love that word. They're filling the void with more toxicity. They're not filling it with positivity. They're filling it with negativity and toxicity. And what it does is it causes you, here it is. It causes you to be just as toxic as they are to you, to them. So then y'all end up flocking together. Birds of a feather flock together. But then what you don't realize is that you have other friends that have been pushing you. You have other people in your corner that have been pushing you and pulling you and causing you to be great, causing you to reveal your worthy, how worthy you are, causing you to show how great you are. And what you've been doing is now, because you've gotten with that toxic person, now you're showing your toxicity off to the one positive thing that was in your life. So now it's like a chain reaction. In other words, the reference again from the flu. In other words, they gave you the flu, and now you're giving them the flu. So now your whole circle is nothing but toxic. It's full of toxic people because you've allowed the toxicity to invade your life, to invade your space, to invade who you are, and you infected your whole area. But what I'm here to do tonight is to give you encouragement and to let you know that you don't need to seek closure. Seek confirmation. Let them confirm who they are by showing you who they are. They are going to reveal to you what and who and what they truly are. Just give it time. Oh, but I can't I can't do this, man. I can't have this time. I can't, man. No, I ain't time. No, time is of the essence. Yeah, we use those type of quote. Time is of the essence, man. I got, there ain't enough time in the day. Yes, it is. But you have to use your mind, and say, I gotta be. Watch out for these lurkers. Watch out for these toxic people because they're around here somewhere. I'm gonna find out who they are. I'm gonna find out who they are, because what they do is because what they do. Toxic people like to jump in and jump out. It's like double dutch to them. They like to jump in and jump out. They jump in your life and jump out of your life. That's another way you can see them. They're fair weather friends. Another way you can see them. They jump in and jump out. But when they jump in, they leave their mark. They leave their mark by causing you pain. They leave their mark by causing you frustration. They leave their mark by draining you, causing you to be fatigued. They leave their mark by causing you to be distracted. They distract you from who you are. They distract you from your goals. They distract you from your dreams just because they don't want to see you win. They want to see you fail. But you need to do one thing, and that's encourage yourself and keep going. Encourage yourself and keep going. Kyle, what's up, bro? Encourage yourself and keep going. Because what you'll end up finding out, is that, man, I didn't need to close that chapter. I just need the confirmation. And guess what the confirmation does? The confirmation gives you the green light to keep going. The confirmation gives you the green light to keep going. The confirmation gives you the green light. Because guess what? You ever notice that when you confirm something, a green check pops up? You ever notice that? You ever notice that when you confirm, when you send something online or you send something, you see that green box and it calls you to keep going? It calls you to say, okay, cool, I did it. You put a smile on your face. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give you the opportunity to check that green box and confirm your order. There it is. They're going to cause you to confirm your order. You ever order something on DoorDash on the app and it lets you know, do you confirm? And the green, that's what they're going to do. Because toxic people are good for one thing. They are good for tearing you down from the inside out. There it is, Bobby. Appreciate it. My boy Bobby just put it up. They're going to tear you down from the inside out. But what we have to realize, don't seek closure. God, I wish we would stop doing that. It's too many people have been in relationships too long because they tried to seek closure. Too many people have been in friendships too long because they wanted to seek closure. They wanted to seek closure. And here's the one reason why you want to seek closure. Here it is. I'm going to help you. Here's the one reason why you want to seek closure. You want to seek closure because you want to know why they're leaving you. You want to know why they're going out of your life, or they're getting out of your life. You want to know why they stopped talking to you. You want to know why, they stopped texting you. You want to know why they didn't accept your friend, or they blocked you on their friend list. You want to know why. Stop asking why. Don't ask why, and to do what? Here we go. Don't ask why, but tell yourself when. Ask yourself when. Stop asking why, but ask yourself when. Not when did it happen. Not when did you stop talking to me. Not when did you block me. But ask yourself, when am I going to move on? When am I going to keep going? When am I going to get rid of them? When am I going to stop talking to them? When am I going to do this? Put my blockers on and stay focused on what I need to do for me. Because toxic people don't think about you. They think about themselves. They're not too much worried about you. They're worried about themselves, because guess what? You have what they need for them to move on. You have what they need for them to be better. You have what they need for them to validate themselves. I told you they're showing you the symptoms. They infected you with they have low self-esteem. So now they've infected you with low self-esteem. They have low standards, so now they've infected you with low standards. They have no integrity, so now they've infected you with no integrity. You have control over all of this. But you have to understand, you are looking for closure when you should be seeking confirmation. You're looking for closure when you should be seeking confirmation. Don't allow these people to validate you any longer, because the validation turns into toxicity. I swear I love that word. The validation turns into toxic behavior. And what you don't need toxic behavior. You don't need validation. You need confirmation. I need somebody to put in the comment section for me. I don't need validation. I need confirmation. Because all they're going to do is just confirm what you already know. They're going to confirm what you already figured out. And they're going to confirm, Barney, hey, bro. I gotta say it slow. Toxicity. They're going to confirm what you already know. They're going to confirm what you already figured out. Here it is. They're going to confirm what you need to do at the end of the day. They're going to confirm what exactly you need to do at the end of all of this. Because what you need to do is not only you need confirmation, but once you get that confirmation, you need to move forward. Listen, that is all the time I have for tonight. Listen, I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for joining me here this night and each and every other night. Listen, I need you to do me a favor before we leave out of here. I need those of you that have been in the comments, you flooded my comments, and I love you so much for it. I need those of you that are in the comments, I need every last one of you to share this broadcast. Share this broadcast. Give me some hearts, give me some likes, all that good stuff, and share this broadcast. So do me a favor and tag me in it. Tag me in it as well. Tag me in it and reactivate the moment. Okay, do that for me. Do that for me, please. Share this broadcast. Also, I need you to follow me on all my social media handles right here on Facebook at Marques Ford. Also on Facebook at Reactivate the Moment. You can follow me on Instagram at Reactivate the Moment and at MFord23 at MFORD23 MFord23. Also, please do me a favor and follow my YouTube channel at Reactivate the Moment, where you can see this and much more on my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that you would like to talk about, email me at reactivatethemoment@gmail.com. That's reactivatethemoment@gmail.com. And I will be sure to follow you and contact you back. Please do me a favor and follow the Win Network. Listen, we are on the move. We got a lot of shows lined up for you all each and every week, each and every night. But I thank you most of all for joining me here for Reactivate the Moment. See, I will see you here, same channel, same time at Reactivate the Moment, right here on the Win Network. There is nothing you can do about it, but follow me. I love you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you next time right here on Reactivate the Moment. I love you guys. Have a great night.